Just... Hey, what's up everyone? This is Bear with me. We're at... If you're just joining us, we're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The verdict is being read out. You can hear people cheering, and that's where we're at right now. We're just going to keep observing. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lorenzo, Serna, I'm Chicanx, and the Indian Collective Director of Technical Media. We're here just to show you what the crowd's like, how they're responding to this verdict. So here we go. Guilty on all charges.
Today, we celebrate justice across the whole city. Today, we celebrate justice across the whole city.
It sounds like now they just give you a sentencing. I assume there's going to be a celebration as well right now. But again, we've been following this for, or at least I was here last year when this all sort of began, when the police murdered George Floyd, officially now by law. And then through the days of uprising, through the last few weeks of unrest, as the police killed another unarmed black man in the midst of this trial. We saw days of just a lot of people gathering in front of the Brooklyn Center Police Department, sort of back and forth battles between the police department and the people. That was squashed with this huge amount of police forces and military forces. And now we're here as this decision has been reached. And it sounds like it's guilty of all charges.
Like me, because it's but we ain't nobody. If you can hear me, repeat after me. I am somebody. I am somebody. Somebody. I am somebody. Somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. victory! Whose victory? Our victory! Whose victory? Our victory! Whose victory? Our victory! Whose victory?
It's not a victory yet until they can have a repeat.
Whose victory?
This is just to release pressure.
Too much media attention. You see today, they're gagged up loud. The only reason that Derek Chauvin is on trial, about to go to jail, because we took to the streets. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. We took to the streets. That's right. We fight so hard. Whose streets? Our streets. 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 Yes, yes. So they keep trying to tell us that they feel sorry for us. They keep coming to have sympathy for us. They keep coming to cure our pain. Someone needs to have a nut, y'all, and they need to be held accountable. Every time they do something to one of us, we need to hold them accountable. Every time. Now, you heard the sister up here before. She said she was family, one family. And we demand that the family get justice. So we're demanding we're going to DC and I-48. I hope y'all can hear me. So we're going to demand that they be open all the cases. We're going to go to DC, all the 28, and we're going to demand they open all the cases. Repeat after me. We open all the cases. We open all the cases. We open all the cases. Help me out, y'all. We open all the cases. We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
We open what?
All the cases.
All the cases. Y'all come with us. We going to DC. It ain't over. It ain't over. We gonna keep this thing first. It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over.
It ain't over.
It ain't over.
It ain't over.
It ain't over.
It ain't over.
We win today. We gonna win the next day. The next day. We gonna win the day after that. We gotta keep fighting, y'all. Keep fighting. Cause you know what? If you fight, you can win. If you fight, you can win. If we fight, you can win. If we fight. And we fight! 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 All right, all right.
Minneapolis going to set up they just found him guilty of all counts. You can see the people celebrating.
We've been here in these streets, right? We've been protesting out here all this time. They hit us with rubber bullets, they hit us with tear gas, they hit us with everything we got. We kept on fighting, and we kept on fighting, and we kept on fighting, and we got a guilty verdict. Okay, y'all gotta keep fighting. That means what we doing working. What we doing is working. They're trying their best to stop us, but it's not gonna work. What we doing is working. We gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on fighting. They want us to stop. This is only the beginning. Justice for Dante Wright. Justice for Dante Wright. We not gonna stop. We got to go back and get justice for everybody. We not gonna stop. These are streets. They want us to stop. They think we gonna give up. We can been through all this stuff all year. They've been giving us everything they got for a year. We gonna stop. 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 Fuck that bitch. Fuck that curfew. We gonna keep going no matter what. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck that shit. Fuck all that shit y'all need. Stop. Hey, you trying to No, I love this. Right, we live here. I'm tired of these goddamn curfews. We'll never be defeated. We did. We did show up.
Our people, united, will never be defeated.
I'm tired of this shit. I'm telling you, money, bro. You sat down, look at action on the door.
United! will never be defeated. The people united 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 will never be defeated. What this means for Minnesota going forward is that we set the precedent for murder too, for killing them. So this shit don't stop right here. The bus stops right here. And my man's from Milwaukee. It's one of the most segregated cities in the country, but at least they talk about it. Now it's time for Minnesota to fucking talk about it. It's about time to have that conversation. All the way from Kenwood to Eden Prairie to Champlain Park. It's time to stop protecting killer cops. It's time to stop protecting white silence. It's time to stop protecting your comfort. And it's time to have these conversations and get real uneasy. Because with that struggle, no progress. No struggle, no progress. No struggle, no progress. No struggle, no struggle, no struggle, no struggle, no struggle, no struggle. And what we set up is that we're not going to stop until we see murder charges brought to Kim Potter as well. We don't want to see another member added to Families Supporting Families Against Police Violence. We don't want another member to be added to that. And we want to thank, I want to just say this right now. This woman right here, Tashira, some of these black women that have been out here on the streets, the revolution will be led by black women. Black non-binary, black trans folks, it will be led by them. And I put my name on that. We all out here. We all out here. And the revolution will be led by all the black folks. Absolutely will. And the work that they've done does not go unnoticed. And the work that they will do going forward will not go unnoticed.
Ain't no going back. Ain't no going back.
Tashira Garraway, say thank you, Tashira. Say thank you, Tashira. Say thank you, Tashira. Thank you, Tashira. Say thank you, Tashira. And she should be in every one of your damn history books going down the line. Every one of these black women, black folks should be in your history books going down the line. We got justice for George Floyd today. Say his name. 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 What's his name? What's his name? Say his name. 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 Say his name.
Hey guys, so first of all, 2, 4, 6, 8, no more violence, no more hate. 2, 4, 6, 8, no more violence, no more hate. 2, 4, 6, 8, no more violence, no more hate. Okay, so I'm missing my bag. It's a small backpack and it's black with red clouds on it. And if somebody could please return it, that would be great. Oh, thank you. Thank you, my good sir. It's not over, but like 2
Yeah, we're gonna move. We're gonna walk up here. All right. Well, that was joyful. A lot of happiness. Just gonna walk out for a second. So this is the Hennepin County Government Center. This is where the trial's been taking place for the last few weeks. You can see it's pretty fortified. We came out here when it started. When the jury was selected, we came back and sort of checked out all these barricades. Now I think it's been about 3 weeks beginning of the 4th week of the trial, if I recall. And the decision was that the jury verdict was that Chauvin was guilty of all crimes. So we're just gonna walk around here a second. I'm gonna see if I can find folks to talk to. But yeah, there's a lot of relief. There's so much uncertainty in the past few days here, past weeks here at Minneapolis that.
My man.
Can you find anyone?
One second. Lots of horns.
I'm gonna look at the street. You can see people are moving to the streets. But yeah, there was just a lot of uncertainty for the past few weeks. A lot of anxiety. It was hard to sleep at times. Mostly after the police murdered Dante Wright. We saw the massive police forces that were unleashed on the people at that point. People not sure what was going to happen if Chauvin left. But he didn't. He's guilty, so let's just focus on that. Into the streets. I wonder if there'll be like a really big celebration, or people are just going to be exhausted and want to be at home with their loved ones. We will find out, I guess, if we're alive right now. And this is Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm Lorenzo, Serna, and Chicanx. We are here. Our liberations are entwined.
You guys speak Spanish? No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're all good. That's the street. I'm not going to tell you not to walk. So yeah, I'm just going to walk around for a second, see what's going on. Yeah, people are... You hear all the honking. A totally different feeling. Like, we've been out here for a bit. You can see there's the National Guard. This feels so different after the verdict's been read. People have been found guilty. Up until then, just really tense in the city. A lot of unease. If you're like living in the cities, you've been communicating with people, wondering what was going to happen. And now this feels like everyone just let out the breath they're holding. And there's celebrations. And there's also people saying there's more work to be done, which is kind of common. But there's joy. People are feeling good, and we're gonna go check out some more speakers and just see how everyone's doing. But again, thanks for joining us. We're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The verdict has just been read.
Hello, principal! Hey, we need to show others that we stand with the truth. We need to let Chicago know that we stand with Adam. So when we say his name, Adam Toledo.
Adam Toledo!
What's his name? Adam Toledo! What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Adam Toledo! Adam Toledo! Say his name. Adam Toledo! He was 13 years old. I'm gonna tell y'all, we need to focus on the real definition. What America don't want to see us do is join hands and lock arms. They don't want to see black and Mexicans stand together. They don't want to see black and Asians stay together. They don't want to see none of us. The moment we do that, they try to throw something in the mirror. They killed Dante Wright, and I'm going to say this internationally. They killed Dante Wright to throw the mirror on George Floyd case. That shit was put there for a reason. They try to curve the whole game. So right now, we got to stay focused and shout out to the press, because without them, we wouldn't be seeing some of this truth.
That's right. That's right. That's true.
Hey, it's 420, so goddamn it.
Taking the street talks about Adam Toledo, who was killed in Chicago. I think a 13-year-old. The police were chasing him because he had a firearm. They said they told him to come out with his hands up. He came out with his hands up, and the police shot him. So people are bringing attention to other cases. And will this gonna stay live for a bit? Oh no. Let me check if there's any questions or anything.
Where my Asians at? Where my Asians at? This is what community looks like. I need brown, I need white, I need yellow. Where my natives at? If you native, come to the front. We need Mexicans, we need Asians, we need blacks, we need Latinos, we need everybody. This is what America don't want us to see. Power to the people! Power to the people! They don't want to see this. This is why they killed Fred Hamilton for it. Because he was bringing neighborhoods. He didn't give a fuck if it was racist or not. He wanted liberation to be known. And he wanted to be known that he's treated equal. And so what we just witnessed today is that we gonna fight for everything. This is our city. Boots to the motherfucking ground.
Boots on the ground, baby. We don't want y'all support. We don't want y'all motherfucking sympathy. Or we don't want y'all sympathy. We don't want shit. We don't want none of that. We want y'all sympathy. We don't want y'all donations. All we need is boots on the ground. Because we get boots on the ground, let legislation know we ain't fucking playing. And we here to stay till some of these laws get passed. That's why I say when we're done with this, we still got another battle in Brooklyn Center.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. And y'all, listen, you know what they was getting ready to do? Yeah, y'all know y'all was getting ready to do? They bought all the armies, they paid people from Ohio to come up here to put fear in our heart. When you know it's faith over fear. God, no matter what you praise, our God is going to lead us in the right way. He's our way maker.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, God going to shine light on motherfucking dark. So at the end of the day, all you got to do is show up. And God gonna show out.
Yes, right.
No matter what you praise, you're gonna have to praise to one God that's gonna make it happen for all guys.
This battle ain't ours, it's the Lord. This battle ain't ours, it's the Lord.
There's a bunch of gatherings going on all over this sort of area. We're gonna walk back over here. Again, this is Minneapolis, Minnesota. You can see the government center here where the trial was taking place. It's fortified. They have National Guard. They brought all these police officers in because they're exhausted from their past few days of I guess battling with protesters, attacking protesters. Got tiring, so they brought more people. With the decision as it was, I don't know what will happen now. I assume there's going to be a lot of celebration. As you can see, the celebration already occurring. How you feeling now?
We're grateful right now. It's a different kind of life right now. It's a new change. And that's what we've been waiting for.
Thank you. Yeah. Man, that was some heavy. People say it's a new change. I'm alright. Do you want to talk about what you're doing? Why is it important for indigenous people to be here, would you say?
You know, we've been facing racism and injustices since the coming of the colonizers, you know, and then like even with the American Indian movement, it started because of police brutality. That was 52 years ago, and we're back on the street. We're still fighting police brutality. So I met with students yesterday, some high school students. They want change, you know, so we got to support them to do that work. We have to all work together. So it's important for us. This is one tiny victory.
What does the future look like to us then?
A lot of work. We'll take a day and celebrate this win, but it's just one win in a sea of waves that we have to just put a stop to. We have to make life better for our children.
Do you want to give your name at all? Or?
Oh, my name is Lisa Bellinger. I'm the executive director of the American Indian Movement. So I'm here to support, stand for the people.
We're in the road. Hey, you want to talk about Just happy?
Yeah, I'm
All
just
right,
happy.
good enough. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah.
Take care. Did you want to tell me how you feel about it? Yeah, just tell me. What's it feel like to be out here right now?
Man, right now, I can say it's a little joy, man, because we haven't seen this. We haven't seen somebody actually get charged, all three. You know, he's in jail right now. Man, we love this, man. This is what our city needed, man. And to see all these people come together and different creeds and different walks of life. Look at everybody, white, black, Asians, Mexicans, they're all out here. Because everybody believes in just being human. That's it. That's it. That's all. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for those words. You did a good thing. You can see everyone's feeling a lot of joy. They're super happy. How you doing? A lot of joy. They're super happy.
Right, we did that shit. Yeah. We did that shit. Yeah. What you talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We 2-0. You know what I'm saying? We really 2-0. OJ in the 90s. George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? Derek Chauvin now. We're 2-0 now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
They got us fucked up.
Hey, we need Kim Potter next, big dog.
We're fucking next. Alright, let's keep grabbing the videos.
I just want to go back.
Again, Lorenzo said over here. Lorenzo said it now. We're here at the government center. Derek Chauvin has been found guilty of all counts. And I guess you could call this an unfolding celebration. People are getting more and more excited. We got this little bike going. Woo! Got a big boombox.
Goddamn right.
Excuse me. What's your name? Justice Smith. I'm going to come and talk to you in just a quick second. You'll be live on air. Is that okay?
I'd rather get it. Man, that's powerful.
Hey, but y'all want to know the real message though, real shit? I'm going to tell y'all the real message. Like I told Jamaica, I told George Floyd's sister, this is why she's still crying. Because she knows this is only the beginning, brother. She knows that more cops gonna be killing us more. Because they mad that we
Yeah, people are super excited. I've never been into sports, but I assume it's like after your team wins and everyone takes to the streets. I don't know. Well, I was into sports when I was younger.
Can you take a little photo for us?
It's live. Come up with a relic.
So that'll happen within the next week or so.
You don't want to talk about what it feels like to be out here at all?
Yeah,
Let me know. What's it like to be here right now?
it feels great.
It feels good. It feels like I'm a part of something.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that he's guilty.
Yep.
You can feel the energy for sure.
There's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of justice.
Yeah.
And that's the greatness.
First time in a long time, Minneapolis can breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like that. I agree. Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like everybody's coming together to make a difference because that's what matters, you know? And Black Lives Matter. And this is our chance to open up and to voice, you know, our differences and then bring everybody together. So that's what I'm very happy about. And it's awesome and amazing that we can all just do this, you know, as one unit. Because we're all a community and we all suffer through all the racism, you know? We all have to come together instead of segregating. So I am pretty passionate about this and I'm just happy, you know?
What's the future look like then?
I believe that it's going to become better, you know, as long as we keep doing this and to show everybody that we also matter. I mean, I feel that the future will become brighter as long as we can all just come to an agreement, you know, equality. So,
For sure.
yeah.
Good? All right, thank you all for talking to me.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, let's just keep walking along. I'm just gonna keep asking people how they feel because it's the best. It's like unusual for everyone to feel so good. I just want to keep feeling that, so we're gonna keep going.
Power to the people. Power to the people. Hello.
How do you feel?
I'm so happy. I feel like it's my birthday and Christmas in the same day. I'm so ecstatic. I can cry. right now. I can cry again. One more time. I can cry for the 5th time.
All right. I guess people who are not here, what do you want to know about what it feels like to be amongst this crowd right now?
It just feels like everybody's here. It does feel like a big party. Everybody's here to celebrate the most momentous occasion ever in the history of ever. That's how I feel. Because we won. We won. We won. We got this. Yes.
Were you worried last night, or were you?
I was very worried because his lawyer asked for an appeal, and so I thought the judge was going to be like, I thought the judge was going to give him the appeal, and I was very worried. I was very anxious, and I didn't think they were going to convict him until they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Or I'll let you all say. Would you want to say your name at all, or?
Janaya Edwards.
Edwards.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
What's up? For the Indian Collective for Indigenous, all Indigenous Oregon for solidarity.
Okay.
Our liberations are all in this line, so we wanted to come here to show what's going on.
Okay.
All right, you take care.
You too.
We're gonna let them roll.
Murder, like they did Marcus Golden murder, like they did Isaac Aiden murder, like they did Kobe Eisner murder, like they did Marcus Golden murder, like they did Jeffrey Smith murder, like they did Jamar Clark murder, like they did Philando Castile's murder. They could no longer cover it up. Because not only are we tired, but God is tired of what they're doing to our people. Enough is enough.
That's oh my God! There's all these drones over trash.
But I will not stop until Justice Bellinger gets the justice he deserves. I will not stop until Ali gets what he deserves. I will not stop until Jamar Clark gets what he deserves. I will not stop till Cordell Andy and Marcus Golden and Jeffrey Smith get what the fuck we deserve. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to win. We have a duty to win.
There must be some barbecue somewhere. There's a lot of people eating now.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
Oh yes.
It's the best. I couldn't live without my dog.
Black Lives Matter, shirts and masks. Shirts and masks.
We have nothing to lose but our days. To lose but our days.
You know, I was walking around checking out the sort of like pockets of different celebrations, mostly tons of celebrations.
We build, we don't burn.
I'm sorry. This car needs to back up so the family can. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh.
All right. Well, I think people are going to celebrate. Well, this is all celebrating. We're gonna keep walking around. Again, thanks for being with me. Let's go. Let's make sure.
Hey, I could be here. I can't get we coming for you. We coming for you.
You want to talk about it though? I'm with all Indigenous organizations called Bellinger. We're here to get our liberations in time for the Just, how are you feeling about everything that just happened here?
I mean, obviously, it's a very bittersweet kind of relief. It's justice without justice, but it doesn't feel like it feels like things have been bad for so long that honestly, I'm surprised that a little good happened. So hopefully that's a sign.
When you say like justice without justice, like how would you describe that? I know it's probably hard to. But...
I mean, a true version of justice would be the courts operating the way the courts are intended to, which is to say that George Floyd would still be alive. Derek Chauvin, as much as I hate him, it's very hard to feel good about sending anyone to prison because prison is just such an archaic and barbaric system that, I mean, not that he won't even be going to prison as it exists for the majority of incarcerated people. He'll be going to a protected prison because we just all know that it's, you know, a horrible system where people are assaulted and hurt by other people, and that's part of the punishment. So again, it's and then, you know, there's still National Guard and people with guns on the sidewalks of my city to protect people like him. And so it's a very bittersweet justice. It was the right thing for them to do in a situation where there are no happy endings.
Yeah. I hear that. It's like, we don't want prison.
Right.
We want to abolish the prison.
Yeah.
Now our options is to send people to a prison, which is something that we're trying. It's like this horrible, mental thing.
Right. We're trying to imagine a better world within the confines of the worst world, really. Sometimes, right? It feels like it. So.
I'll let you go here.
Thank you.
What would you want people to know about this? Like, what the positive things that feel right now?
I mean, the positive things, you can hear it, you can see it. Or, you know, I don't think I've ever been in that intense of a flood of emotions with that many people, and it's that kind of shot of humanity that reminds you what you're. Sorry. It reminds you why it's good to be angry about these things, why you can't just give in to hopelessness, what we have to work towards. And then this is my city, these are my people, these are people I love and care about, and we needed a win. And again, it's not over, but it's a start. So thank you for doing what you do.
A new budget is gonna come in. Y'all better start looking for
It's okay. Thank you so much, Lorenzo.
I love y'all. I love y'all from the city. You ready for the budget? Boys like that don't know what they're doing. That culture's gonna change. You don't get to turn this into a police state. You get to turn this
I want you to have a copy of it.
Yeah, I would love it.
I would love
Okay, did you guys all step on it? I'm sorry, no, you don't step here. We want to face this way, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Face this way, okay? That's all I'm trying to tell you. Just face it. Y'all go.
Take a step back, everybody. Can everybody hear him? He's about to start. Go ahead, brother.
First, I'd like to be... Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mohammed Ibrahim. Mohamed. Last name Ibrahim. Ibrahim. And I am the Deputy Director with K Minnesota. And I'd like to begin by saying, guilty as charged! That's right! Yes. And this guilty verdict is a testimony for the people of Minnesota. It is the people who demanded for a higher charge. It is the people who demanded for all police officers to get arrested. And it is the people who brought forth this guilty verdict.
That's right.
But today is a reminder that the future ahead of us is brighter than yesterday.
Yeah.
Today is a testament that we still have more work to do because there are still 3 remaining officers that also need to be charged to the fullest extent of the law. And convicted.
That's right. That's right.
And we also have to remember that we will not forget about Kimberly Potter, as we also are demanding for her charges to be upgraded to murder charges.
That's right. That's right.
And today, I want to first of all thank the broad coalition that we've been working with, that have worked tirelessly since the beginning of all of this tragedy, including Communities United Against Police Brutality, the Minnesota Justice Coalition, the Racial Justice Network, Twin Cities Justice for Jamar, and Families Supporting Families. You can't forget about the families. Families Supporting Families Against Police Violence, Be Their Voices, and so many others. But to begin, I'd like us to go ahead and introduce my Executive Director for the Council of American Islamic Relations, Jailani Hussein.
Yes.
Come on, Jesus.
My bad, bro.
Nah, bro.
All right. First of all, my name is Jailani Hussein, Jaylani I'm the Executive Director for the Council on American Islamic Relations. And the first thing that I'm going to say is guilty, guilty, guilty.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And I personally, deep down in my heart, in this moment, as a person who is fasting, believes that this victory came because a higher power stepped in.
Yes, sir.
Because God stepped in. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I want every single person who hears this message to know that today we got justice inside that courthouse. And now we are wanting justice outside the courthouse. If we get only justice inside the courthouse, but not outside the courthouse, then we have no answer for Dante Wright's mom, and we don't have no answer for many other families who are yet to be named, because the system is still flawed. The system is still designed to kill black men. We don't need a court system to stop the brutality. We need policies to hold police accountable. And until we get that, we are only be able to get justice inside the courthouse after we lose a loved one. And we are not ready for that. Today, Minnesota, God chose us for this moment. We did not know it. We didn't choose this moment.
Listen!
God chose us for this moment. Amen. And those 12 juries carried the burden of bringing justice.
Yes.
Many of us were uneasy about today. Many of us had a lot of anxiety, and that is because we live in a system where a black person can be killed and not have the same justice system if you are a white person who's killed. But today, on this street, on this court, we have said enough is enough. And we have gotten a white officer who killed a black man to be guilty as charged. And so today we celebrate, but we do not put all our hope into this guilty verdict, because there are many families who did not get this type of justice. There are 470 families in Minnesota alone since 2000, and thousands of families across this country who have never got the justice that we saw displayed here today. Families who asked and pleaded for help, never got the cameras that we have today, never got the sympathies that we got today. So today is an important day for all of us, but it's a day to hold a strong mirror in front of us. Because if you think only Derek Chauvin is guilty, I remind you the Minneapolis Police Department is guilty. The city of Minneapolis is guilty. The state of Minnesota is guilty. This country is guilty. And that we say since the killing of George Floyd on 38th in Chicago. The world moved. The world saw the brutality, and they saw it at the comfort of their home. In a time we could not move because of pandemic. I believe that we needed that moment We needed that moment. We needed less distractions to see the brutality that we have allowed our tax dollars to create. Our tax dollars to kill and punish. But today, on this day, we are moving forward. And I want to say this personally today. The thought that came into my mind when I held guilty, guilty, and guilty was George Floyd on his last day, on his last hours, standing inside Cup Foods, dancing, dancing. And today, many people who are not born yet are dancing because we got a glimpse of justice. A glimpse of justice. But we have not got full justice until all of these families get justice. We don't have justice until we get the type of economic justice in this country. We don't have justice until we get educational justice for people of color in this country. But today, we are moving forward. And Minnesotans, God chose us. Let's carry on this burden. Let's shine a little bit of a light, a North Star light for the rest of this country. That we shine a light of justice for this country. And we let this guilty verdict flow on the Mississippi River all the way down to Delta to allow this country to taste what it's like for a little bit of victory. A little bit of victory. And with that I say, we thank God Almighty. We thank God Almighty. We thank God Almighty. But guess what? We are not done. That's right. If you think we're going home, we're not going home. 3 more officers have killed George Floyd. We need justice from them. And Dante Wright was killed in the middle of this trial to show us that the justice system in this country and accountability has yet to be had. And we will demand justice by any means necessary.
One down, 3 to go. 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 One down, 3 to go.
One down, 4 more to go. 4 more to go. And next, I'd like to go ahead and introduce the founder and the president of Families Supporting Families Against Police Brutality, Tashira Garrett.
Yes, Tashira! They're thick like peanut butter.
We love you.
I am hoarse.
Go ahead.
Because I've been out here for over a year yelling for justice for all stolen lives. And I want to say that when Justin Tonkin was beat to death and thrown in a dumpster 11 years ago, I knew that there would be more. And May 25th, 2020, that more came because God told me it was going to start coming out. And it came out last year. And I've been out here fighting with my boots on the ground.
Right on.
And I've been yelling to the rooftops. But I've been yelling up to God, and today He let justice rain down upon us. The floodgates of heaven is opened up right now. And we got the justice that we deserve. And I will not stop fighting. They say we got 4 more to go. We got hundreds more to go. There's over 470 bodies in the state of Minnesota in the last 20 years that have led up to George Floyd. So that means we got over 470 more officers to go. We want them off the streets. We want them out of our communities. We want those officers that allowed Ardell Sherrill to die in that jail. We want them out of the jails. All of them that have no value for the black man.
Talk that! I just got on 32 years innocent. Talk that!
Yes, all of the officers all of the officers that are involved with all of these hate crimes, because that's what they are. We gotta call them out for what they are. These are hate crimes, and these are murders. And we got all these officers to go. I don't want you guys to just shout and scream for the ones that hit the media. You shout and scream for every last one. Every last one. Every last one of our families deserve justice.
justice, and they killed a lot of people in Minnesota before George Floyd, and we want justice for them all.
That's right.
And we will not stop. I will not stop until we get justice for Hardale Sherrill, Justin Tigan, Cordell Andy, Marcus Golden, Kobe Eisler, Travis Jordan, Isaac Hayden, Jamar Clark from Lando Castillo, and Delcia, and all Brian Quinones and all stolen lives. We will not stop because
Excuse me, I just gotta-
more murders out here, and people blue and glow over the ones that they know about. But it's time to fight for everybody. It's time to fight for everybody, and we will not stop until we win. Families supporting families against police violence, and Communities United Against Police Brutality. Minnesota Justice Coalition, Cares Minnesota, be their voices. All of us are fighting together. Racial Justice Network. We're all fighting together, and we want you to fight for all of the rest of the stolen lives that are out here.
Amen.
Thank you.
God bless you, sister. God bless you.
And none of us innocent men that got out.
Next, I'd like to go ahead and invite the
Thank
president
you.
of the Minnesota Justice Coalition, Jonathan McClellan.
Yes, John. Yeah, John.
All right. Hello, my name is Jonathan McClellan with the Minnesota Justice Coalition, president of the Minnesota Justice Coalition. We are part of a collective of organizations that work with the families and the community to draft and advance legislation and other policy initiatives at the Capitol here in St. Paul and in Washington, D.C. It has been a long road to get to this very moment, a moment that is long overdue for not just our community, but for the world. We must not forget how we got here. Boots on the ground, blood, sweat, and tears, many tears. Seeking justice, which has been elusive for communities of color for some time. Let's not forget that this has been a road we have been marching on, fighting on, and dying on for generations. Unfortunately, it is a road we still must travel. We are in the state that has failed to pass reform that would have made an officer lose their job if they were affiliated with a white supremacist organization. We are the state that has communities of color looking like a third world country with the militarization and armament. We are the state that fails to correct the wrongs of the past and the deep wounds it has inflicted on communities of color time and time again. I question if we would have had this verdict had the people not hit the ground demanding justice. If there wasn't this outpouring of grief from the world, if the brave young girl had not recorded that viral video of George Floyd, I asked myself, is this what it takes to get justice for a person of color? Is this really justice? Sure, we have a guilty verdict. Sure, we have a settlement. But will things actually change? Absent any substantive change in policy, has anything really changed? How long before we're back here fighting for justice for another victim of police violence? We are in a state of affairs in our quest to obtain justice and equality, with Minnesota being ground zero of the match that has sparked this outpouring of consciousness for our shared community. We are still here waiting to cash that check that has fallen on a bankrupt system of expedient politicians and administrators and tolerant allies of the same in opposition to progress for a more perfect union. This is where the fight is today, in this moment. The same elected officials who showed up to George Floyd's funeral are some of the biggest roadblocks to progress with legislation today. While other states have taken the leap and believe in their communities in progressing, Minnesota is still beholden to the past. While we have concluded this nightmare in our quest for justice for George Floyd, a new nightmare has begun. A new quest has begun. As George Floyd's daughter put it,
Beyonce wasn't coming with us.
We're going to move away from that. We're going to go take a look around again. A lot of people are celebrating.
bowls at? Let's get it. Search for his gun, where his pole at? We only. When he
American or United States flag. So.
Not tomorrow now! Abolition now!
Not tomorrow now!
Abolition now!
Not tomorrow now!
Abolition now!
Not tomorrow now!
Abolition now!
Not tomorrow now!
They burned a flag. They burned the United States flag. If you don't know, the only way to technically dispose properly of the United States flag is by burning it. It's in the flag code. In case you ever wondered that. I don't know why you would. Can you see how big this crowd is now?
And it's called Black and public health to step back since the mascot.
It's fine. I mean, we're already together.
Put your fist up if you know what Danny Jones is. You know what Danny Jones is? You can put your fist up if you know who she is. She's the mother of Cordell Andy. Cordell Andy was killed in the 7 years ago. All the way to the trial. All the way. And I'll tell you, look at the same shows online. There is no and she came up with this chant with her son before he was worried about the St. Paul Police Department. So at least you know where it's coming from. Here's how it goes. You understand it? Boots! Boots! Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here! So shut this shit down! Okay! Boots! Boots! Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here! So shut this shit down! Okay! Boots! Boots! Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here! So shut the shit down! Alright! Boots! Boots! Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here! So shut the shit down! Boots! Boots! Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here! So shut the shit down! Okay! Boots! Boots! Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here! So shut the shit down! I want to tell y'all something really quick. You might have known somebody that told you the excuse that, hey, you know,
JP 3233.
Here.
Courthouse.
whatever all presently justice laws they try to stand by, it's gonna change. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. Because this energy out here is not dusty or crusty. This energy is black, this energy is dope, this energy is amazing, this energy is glorious. This energy is united. The people united will never be defeated. 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 George!
They parked so far away. Hey.
I've never felt here. I felt at peace today. And I'm so happy that George Floyd got justice. I'm happy that black people got justice at last. Yes, I'm happy.
We're just gonna be walking around just experiencing this, so just bear with me. We're gonna go check out this way.
Let's wait.
This is what we need. This is what we need.
Do you want to talk about why you're here now?
Not right now, though. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
I was asking the dancers, but they are gonna go dance, I think.
This is what we need. This is what we need. This is what we need. This is what we need.
You see that traffic is not moving. It's not a moving traffic situation.
Where are you? We want you. You're not upset.
Let's walk back this way. Well, it's pretty jubilant. I think I might be good. I just wanted to come show you what it was like down here. I think we got a sense of it. I hope everyone feels what they're feeling. I hope it's good. Hello. You want to talk about why you're here? You want to talk about it? All right, just ask me. Go. Take care. See all the Black Lives Matter flags?
national movement. It'll start here in Minneapolis, in Brooklyn Center, in Minnesota, and in America. Talk to them.
What's up, Jelani?
How you doing, brother?
I'm alright.
And I just feel like, you know, with the verdict coming down, it's so relevant.
State Representative. Yeah, 67A.
So now I'm right here, right now, trying to push policy that pushes Minnesota forward when it comes to
No, you got it, brother.
We're still fighting for victory.
Give me a second here. I'm just trying to get a couple more interviews. I think I might call it. Again, it's Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's the government center. You can see there's a whole bunch of police officers across the top there. We'll zoom in on them. You can kind of see that there's onlookers, there's National Guard, sheriffs. They're all kind of looking for their fortified position. Again, most people are experiencing joy right now. It looks like everybody's trying to rush them. My name is Lorenzo Serna. I'm Chicanx. I'm here in Minneapolis. I live here. I'm part of the NDN collective. I am the director of tactical media. And yeah, our liberations are all intertwined, and we wanted to be here, bring this to you, bring it to you live. And you can just see the amount of joy that's in the streets. I don't know. It feels really good. Again, for somebody who lives in Minneapolis, this has been almost a year of unease, from like the uprising to just the kind of general police state that was overtaking the city, to Daunte Wright being murdered, to that uprising that happened for a few days, the state squashed with military vehicles, using like armored vehicles that are made for Iraq to resist mines and stuff. They're just driving through the streets of Minneapolis right now. A lot of people are responding differently to that. Definitely a feeling of unease and sort of like a dystopian future sort of look. But now with this verdict, you can tell people are just kind of exhaling. They're feeling good. They're letting themselves feel good. They're letting themselves enjoy it. Again, a long time coming, but also, you know, as many people are saying, that there's more work to do. That sort of general statement that always follows a victory, which is really hard, you know, because it's like, oh, we want to celebrate, but then, you know, there's a lot of lies. Even Daunte Wright, which just happened. There's some people from Chicago talking about Adam Toledo. I apologize, I got the name wrong, but he was a 13-year-old who was shot by the Chicago Police Department. Came out with his hands up when he was asked to after being chased. The police shot him and said that he had a firearm in his hands, and the video came out and showed differently. People have been in the streets there. Let's see one second here.
My guy!
Yeah, everyone's just celebrating. I don't know what else to tell you. Definitely the crowd's thinned out a little bit. A lot of people are on the road over here. Lots of people. You can see there's a barbecue going on. I'm going to try to speak to Jelani really quick, who's he's the executive director of ParaMen. He spoke first, I think, he spoke in this group of people we watched earlier. So give me a moment.
police reform in this state. It's the Republican Senate, and I'm not scared to say it. Hey, can I get y'all one time, everybody? Just one fist up, 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 one fist up. Quarters two, one fist up. This one for George Floyd, y'all. Say it with me one time. Guilty, guilty, guilty. One more time. Guilty, guilty, guilty. 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 All right, y'all. Thank you. Hey, wait. Wait, before I go, this would not be possible without my brothers and sisters from the Minnesota Justice Coalition. You know, I can't propose legislation by myself, so I need allies like my brothers and sisters behind me who know. These people know what police reform looks like. These people know what the community wants because they're a part of the community. And so until you give them decision-making power, you're a part of the problem. Thank you so much. I love every last one of y'all, man. All power to the people.
All power to the people. John Thompson. Representative John Thompson. Yes, sir. For the people.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Delcia Perry. I'm the mother of Hardell Cheryl, who back in 2018, yeah, you heard me right, it's been 2.5 years that I have still not gotten justice for my only child who died in the Beltrami County Jail due to neglect, medical neglect, abuse, and I can't even think of any other things that haven't even been brought out. But it was a horrific death. Today gives me hope. Today, what we saw was what I prayed for, that he would be found guilty on every charge. And all I gotta say is thank God for the small victory, because this is a small victory, because there are still a lot of families like mine who have not gotten justice for their loved ones, who've been out here getting their boots on the ground, who've been out telling people and talking to the press and writing letters and doing whatever needed to be done, legislation and everything else. But I thank God today we got some small victories. As a result of what happened to my son, I had to start my own organization called Be Their Voices, because they didn't want to hear our babies' voices in jail crying out. And yeah, so what? They were in jail. They were still our children, and they were not monsters. I'm sick and tired of hearing people say, well, they were in jail so they got what they deserved. No, they didn't. My baby did not get what he deserved. Somebody say, that ain't right.
That ain't right.
Say, that ain't right.
That ain't right.
And like I said, it's been 2.5 years. And now I'm supporting other families who have lost their loved ones behind bars like my baby did. And we're going to continue to do whatever it takes to get justice for each and every one of our families as well. But I need you all to spread the word. I need you all to say my baby's name, Hardell Cheryl.
Hardell Cheryl.
Say his name.
Hardell Cheryl.
Say his name.
Hardell Cheryl.
Say his name.
Hardell Cheryl.
Thank God for each and every one of you coming out today. This is history in the making, but it's a small step in the right direction. We got a lot more work to do, but we need you to continue to come out and air and show support and solidarity with the other families who've not gotten justice like myself, because this is a hard fight. We can't do it without you. We need your help. We need you all to push those stories out so that they get the national attention that they so deserve. Hardell was my only child. He was 27 years of age. And as I said, he walked in, and 9 days later, he was taken out in a body bag. They starved my baby to death, and they allowed him to die in urine and feces-filled depends and laid on his back for 6 long, agonizing days. Somebody say, that ain't right!
That ain't right!
Say, that ain't right!
That ain't right!
So yes, I'm an angry mama. Surely I am. But I can't do it without everybody that's behind me in the community standing up and helping me to keep going and keep fighting and keep going and keep fighting. I thank God for each and every one of them. I thank you all for being out here. And like I said, I had told everybody that I knew there was going to be guilty verdicts. And today, God's justice prevail.
Yes,
Guilty! Guilty! Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite DJ with Twin Cities Justice for Jamal.
All right. My name's DJ Hooker. I'm with TCC for J, Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamal. And the first thing I want to do is I want to give a shout out to our independent media that's here. Because they're here no matter what happens, and they're not just chasing the story like the national. Oh, shoot. So what I also want to talk about is the power of the people, right? Because that's what got this, right? It's not that they decided that they finally are just going to stop killing people. It's not that they decided that they're going to just stop convicting people. It's because the people forced them to do that. Because that's what the power of the people is. In America, they like to divide us, right? It's hard. We have a lot of different cultures. We have a lot of different language barriers. They want to keep us divided. We need to stick together. It's not about going out and trying to fight the cops. It's about creating unity. Because that's what they're really scared of. They got tanks. They got jets. They got nukes. We can't go to war with the government, but if we unite, that's what they're scared of. So they want to keep us divided, and we're not going to let them do that. This is a stepping stone. It's a historic stepping stone, but it is a stepping stone. We have so much progress to make. We need to keep this moving. We still got 3 more killer cops on trial in July. If people really care, it will stay out.
I could honestly not
Headed that way.
There's a lot more police officers on top,
This right
observing.
now is for the way people were preparing for the
Hey, National Dog Guard, don't ever become a cop, man. Don't ever become a cop. Fuck the police, man. Kill my childhood friends, bro. Fuck all of y'all, man. Stand up for this racist system. Give a fuck. Guilty on all charges, guys.
You show. That's what happens.
Take this serve my ass.
That's what happens.
Give a fuck about you.
We are people.
We're human.
We're human beings. And when we call for your help, we call for your help to save us, not to kill us. This building is our building. It's our tax dollars. When you go home tonight, it's our tax dollars that is paying your salaries. This was unnecessary. We have a justice system inside that courthouse that did exactly what it is today. So if you're showing fear and force, we aren't doing anything. We are peaceful protesters. Peaceful protesters. Today we got a little bit of redemption here. A little bit. Justice. Justice for George Floyd and all families. Dante Wright and the rest of them. The rest of the families. The rest of the families.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
All right. I think I'm gonna Just walking around again, just checking out the celebration. A large amount of joy. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. Feeling happy afterwards. What I was saying was the first by the opposite stars. Called Delcia Minneapolis of all charges.
When the crowd was low, looking at the world
Thank you. Oh, what's her name? What's she just do?
I just see him moving my peripheral. I'm like, oh, I gotta make sure. Okay. Right person grab it.
This was good. Just walking around. Not taking it in.
We freaking won, you guys. Excuse my language, but damn, I was sweating, my heart was pumping, all types of feels before the verdict, right? Yeah? All this work is paying off right now and will continue to pay off. We will get what we want because we are here, we are present, and we are going nowhere. We win one, we win many. This is for their future. I want y'all to take a look. Look at your neighbor. Who are you seeing here? Is meant to be here. And I said that yesterday, I'm going to say today, and I'm going to say tomorrow. Who's here is meant to be here. I have so much love and thanks for the community that holds it down all the time, not just now, but always. Y'all don't get enough credit for that. It's not just us as Santes. You know, it's everyone in the community. Francisco said it. We're here in community. Other places are separated, and we're not like that. Right? That's right. So let's keep that unity, keep that energy. Take that energy with you everywhere. Because that's yours. Don't let nobody else take that from you. No matter what they tell you to shut up, don't talk no more. No matter if they arrest you, we're going to take you out. You're going to come back home. We're doing that. We're making sure you're taken care of. And that's all I got to say. Love y'all.
When I say black lives, you say matter. Black lives. 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 That's how consistent and over and over and over and over we're going to keep coming back. But today, we will breathe. Today, we will look at this as a small victory. And because say his name, say his name, say his name, that brother had to sacrifice his life for this small victory. Let's be clear. We've been in the streets, but that brother had to give his life for this victory. Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! Say his name!
All right.
And I got y'all's back too. I hope y'all know I got your back too. So here's the thing, man. There's been a lot of people that lost their lives. But because we keep showing up in these streets, we will continue to win. When they said, I believe that we will win, so like that was just like a thing, right? We had never won before. It was just something we were hoping on. Something we were wishing on. Well, guess what, y'all? This has now become a reality. I believe that we will win. 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 Here we go. I believe that we will win. Here we go. I believe that we will win. 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 Because it's time for true justice. Everybody say justice. 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 All right, y'all. I see my man standing here. So that tells me it's almost time to go. The battery's almost dead.
All right.
Please put it in the air.
26. Out of water. You got a piece of
For a second. Pardon me. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, it's tense. Pardon me. I'm almost out of your way. Okay. Can we step out for a second and think about what to do next?
Bring it up.
Moving to the front of the doing great jobs. Good work. Again, there's like multiple pockets of people, so I'm just gonna move back and forth. I think I might take the feed down here in a second. Just one second. Joined us. Oh, sorry. Anyway, thanks everyone who joined us. Just kind of taking it in.
Power to the people, power to the people, power to the people.
All right, well, my name is Lorenzo Serna. I am here, the Director of Technical Media for the NDN Collective. We just wanted to bring you back out here to show you just what was going to happen. We didn't know what was going to happen with the verdict. We also wanted to uphold just the solidarity between people of color. We wanted to be here in solidarity as Indigenous people. Just to show you what the ground was like here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you've been following us, we've been following also the Dante Wright story, as that killing happened just a week ago on Sunday. And so we're just going to keep sort of be on the ground here, bringing you to different front lines. Don't forget to hit follow, like, and share. And yeah, just stick with us. Again, my name is Lorenzo Serna. I'm Chicanx. Pronouns are they, them. The Director of Tactical Media here at the NDN Collective, and just really thankful to be able to bring you all out here. And I hope you have a good night with your families, relatives, and we'll talk soon.